Hey guys, well I'm back to do something I never thought I would do. I'm going to be talking to you for a few minutes about something I saw on a channel that's run by a vegan. Now does that mean I'm switching to be a vegan? Heck no, I'm fixing to have me a nice big delicious ribeye while I talk to you about this. Ah yeah baby. But anyway, the channel I was watching was Russell Brand's channel. And you know, I've mentioned Russell Brand before, and there was a time when I would have thought, man, this guy's just the biggest idiot ever back in the day. But over the past few years, he has proven to be a really good journalist, it appears. Because he's digging up a lot of stuff that I find very interesting. And when he had this guy on that was a former Coca-Cola representative talking about how he was paid to basically do things that would ensure that there wouldn't be taxes on Coke, or that the NAACP would brand anybody who was against Coca-Cola as racist simply because they wanted to make sure that they were going to keep getting sugar into our children. And then how his sister, being a doctor, really had her eyes open when, as she was removing somebody's sinuses, that she realized that, you know, I haven't been taught why this person's sinuses are inflamed or why I'm having to do this. I've just been taught how to do it and what medicine to prescribe for it. So anyway, the guy that Russell interviewed was named Callie Means. You may want to look him up on Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn and anywhere else you can find him, because he's trying to spread the news about what he's been involved in and how big food is literally trying to poison us. You know, this is something I've suspected for a long time as it is, that this wasn't by accident, and this wasn't just necessarily a little bit of greed pushing people to do things they shouldn't do. The biggest part is that our government officials are in on this. And this is what I have. I actually have another video I haven't released yet where I talk about the main problem with this whole thing. To actually have somebody who was on the inside coming forward and saying, yes, I was paid to make sure that this company was able to get tax incentives or to be on food stamps so that they could continue to sell this product that's going to make you sick, that's going to make you have to go get medical care, where they're not trained to teach you anything about nutrition or anything that's going to make your body better, which we've all learned in the past couple of years of watching my channel. And what I've learned in my experience is that if you eat foods that don't have processed garbage in them, aren't full of sugar and seed oils and all the crap that's in our processed food these days, that you can get healthy and happy, clear up your thinking, clear up your body, feel like a whole new person. And it's all because these food companies and these drug companies are working together with politicians who do things to get elected but don't do anything to actually protect you. They work together with the FDA and they have all of their money exchanging hands, but nobody's watching out for you except people like me and Russell Brand and the other doctors who are carnivore doctors on YouTube and the other channels like Kilby and whatnot that are out there talking about their experiences, trying to help you to get healthy and break free from this system where we all think we're getting some good food, we're getting a good time with our friends and family. Meanwhile, they're poisoning us to death. You know, I knew something was going on when I really started to feel the freedom that came from when I would see commercials for food or billboards talking about food or pass by restaurants with all their signs on and think to myself, none of that garbage even has an attraction for me anymore. With such a freedom, feels like they're just constantly picking at you and trying to pull at your mind to bring you in to buy their garbage that's just going to poison you. And now to have somebody actually coming forward and speaking the truth from the inside out, I would like to really get a chance to talk with this young man. So I've sent him a message. Hopefully he's going to respond. But I wouldn't mind getting a little help from you guys, my viewers. Go on his Twitter page and let him know you want him to reach out to Dante so we can ask him a few questions about what went on behind closed doors that we might not have all the answers to. I was following some great information on his Twitter page, but for some reason Twitter doesn't work like it used to. Come on, Elon, you got to get that working right. Anyway, there was a whole string of articles where he was talking about the things he used to have to do, and now I can't find it. I'm not really used to using Twitter. I'm not really used to using a whole lot of social media stuff anymore. The only thing I'm any good at is YouTube. But here's one article where he talks about 2021 NIH funded food compass says frosted mini wheats and honey nut Cheerios are healthier than poached eggs and beef. Now we all know that's not true. But that's exactly what our government-funded think tanks are trying to get us to believe. And they want our children to believe that. And it's very easy to convince somebody who's addicted to something that what they're addicted to is actually good for them because they want to believe it's good for them. But it's not. Or this one that he shared where it says NIH-funded food pyramid rates Lucky Charms healthier than steak. Well, I ain't eating no Lucky Charms. But steak has changed everything for me. Oh, and here's one from Nina Teakles. Thanks for highlighting my work, where he's talking about the food pyramid situation, because I've seen her talk about this as well. She's another one who's done a lot of great research on the subject that I've talked about in the past, but I don't think she worked for Coca-Cola, so it was nice to have somebody actually come out who was working with the enemy and now is revealing their tactics. What amazes me is that I'm still the one going against the grain on all this stuff. I'm the weirdo amongst my friends and family that's eating this weird diet that they all think is going to kill me. I still don't understand how after 2 years and how healthy I have gotten and how healthy I look and feel now that they still aren't convinced. But it just goes to prove the old saying, it's easier to fool people than it is to convince them they've been fooled. But I know one thing. A lot of you guys have given me a lot of hope in people simply because you have seen my message. You've taken the steps in your life to make a change, and you've seen the difference that it's done for you. And there are so many of you who have gone through this change that I am just thankful to have been a part of it with you. But we got to keep spreading the word, guys, because there's a big system with a lot of money out there that's against us getting this truth out. And they're even some of the ones who control our meat. So we got to do what we can to fight back against this, because we got to keep eating healthy, and I'm not giving up my meat, I know that. So I want you to say screw it, and I'm going to go do it. Then go do this. Go check out the video from Russell Brand that I shared a link for in the description so that you can see exactly what I was talking about. Check out Callie Means' social media presence and see what he's talking about. You'll get a full understanding of what I'm talking about when you see the video and you check out what he's doing with his new company, TrueMed. He's just one more ally for us in the war against us. Those of us who live and thrive and just try to live off of the system that we've been raised up into, and now we're trying to break free from it. Let that freedom ring. This is Dante with Ferrigno Freedom Channel. I'll see you guys next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?